I'm John Chung. I'm from McLean, Virginia, which is right outskirts of Washington metropolitan area. I'm here in California with Master Willie Bam Johnson, and he would like for me to say a few things about hip-hop and martial arts. Well, I think they're both a great art, and in fact, it's funny that you asked me that question because I have some of my students who are implementing some of the hip-hop moves as well as the music into a lot of the open and musical forms that we do. So yeah, I think it is maybe a new wave of, I'm not sure if it's going to be called hip-hop martial arts, but it's something there, and it's going to come out, and martial arts is probably taking a new turn, and it's going to be something not just enjoyable, but I think it's going to be something that's going to be more dynamic and exciting for the future.
We're here to give you a brief introduction on a new curriculum. We would say we call it a movement. It's called the Martial Fusion Movement. Basically, what is the opportunity for us to do is to try to fuse together the universal principles of martial arts and a lifestyle that the martial arts industry really haven't tapped into. When we think of the lifestyle brand of our tweens, which is over a $40 billion industry, then we look at the lifestyle brand when we talk about teenagers, which is a $2.9 billion industry. Then we're talking about the adult industry, which is in wellness and fitness, which is over $5 billion. Those are three industries that we haven't even found a way to tap into. They're not interested in uniforms. They're not interested in, learning how to fight. They want to get in shape, drop pounds, and the kids want to learn how to express themselves and look fresh when they go to school. So when we looked at that, we talk about our curriculum. Our curriculum is more than just a curriculum. It's a movement. It's a movement that can be traced from here to China, Japan, and so forth. Martial Fusion also allows us to be able to tap into the gyms. We have a lot of our teenagers now that are employed by some of the top gyms around the world, and these are black belts that never had employment at all, but now they're working in gyms teaching Martial Fusion, getting paid $20 to $30 an hour, which is truly incredible. So it's allowing us to be amongst people where martial arts is not really a priority to them, but fitness, fashion, and staying in shape is. What we have is a couple of students here today that's going to allow you to be able to see how this is fusing together. Don't forget, we got Will Smith coming out with the next, the Kung Fu Kid, which is a hip-hop pioneer. We got RZA coming out with the Last Dragon Part 2, which is showing you how hip-hop is fused together. And then the recent documentary with Bruce Lee talking to you about how Bruce Lee influenced the world, which had a 10-minute segment on hip-hop. So we're going beyond the curriculum because we're showing you a whole lifestyle brand. We call it the urban spirit. So we're going to get them to give us some music, and we're going to have some students coming up and give you the different elements and see how all this is fused together, beyond just the dance. This curriculum has been implemented as a world champion division. So we got events in Japan, but Bahamas is all over the world. It's taking the world by storm. This year, this month in Inside Kung Fu Magazine, they're giving you a whole write-up of how this is the next innovation of martial arts. Also, not just with the curriculum, but the people that's a part of what we do are the national spokespeople for the Success for Teens, where our mission is to give out 10 million books all over the world with the top motivational speakers to empower our teens and develop Generation X. This is what that's all about. So we thank you. Have a blessed day. Check us out at the booth, and we got some free handouts for you. Oos! Thank you.
One of the foremost authorities in really adding music. And adding music in the beginning was a big challenge because there was a lot of traditional forms. So on the East Coast, you pretty much had Jun Ri's team of John Chung and those people. And what ended up happening is they did a lot of classical music. And my team was on the West Coast with George Chung, Cynthia Rothman, Margie Bedke, and we had 7 national champions there that were all in creative forms, plus Ernie Reyes Jr., who was 8 years old and the youngest martial arts competitor to ever be rated in the adults professional division. And so we used to use all kinds of different pop music at that time. And so, again, we were kind of like, when was that, about 30 years ago, right? So it started to present day and times. And again, music is all about creating emotion, right? And emotion, again, gives you a driving force to take yourself even beyond the highest level. And so when you do see the artistic movements of not only just creating music to it, but again, creating dynamic musics of, again, doing tricking and also adding really sound traditional basics in there, getting that blend of the music, really has a performance aspect, an entertaining aspect that really touches the audience's soul. So I really believe that, again, hip-hop has a certain vibe in it. It's all about, again, creating it from, you know, the old school days, really, of classical music, from the June Rees Institute, for us even using Michael Jackson's music, right, during the day, right, to present time and what it is, to the hip-hop vibe and whatever. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? And I just wish everybody success and take it to the next level. The important thing is never respect the highest values of martial arts training of honor, loyalty, family, and bravery. So, you know, with that in mind, it's not just about dancing, because there's a lot of great dance crews out there, right? Jabberwocky and all of them. But I think the difference that's the difference between us and them is, again, the discipline and respect. So the only way you can really respect yourself is to train hard, each and every day in every way, getting better and better.
Miss Kathy Long. Miss Kathy, I got a question for you. What we're trying to do is find out, what does martial arts and hip-hop have in common, in your opinion?
In my opinion, as a 5-time world kickboxing champion, the music that inspired me the most and allowed me to free myself and my style was hip-hop and rap. You know, those were the two, especially hip-hop, because it's got a good beat to it, it's lively, it's something I can really relate to in as far as movement. You know, and hip-hop and dancing and kickboxing and martial arts all require a lot of movement and a lot of freedom. And in that regard, the two intermix really well. And it's something that's always given me the best inspiration.
I have a little question for you.
Okay.
Why are you so pretty?
Genetics, I guess. I don't know. Thanks, Mom and Dad.